What's good, Commanders fans, and happy Friday. I will be making my preview video a little bit later today or tomorrow morning, but I just wanted to give you guys an update about the injury report, just react to it. Of course, not a surprise that Marshon Lattimore is going to be out on Sunday against the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, when you don't practice on Thursday and Friday and Wednesday, well, Wednesday was Christmas, but still, and Dan Quinn was saying we have to really get a status on really Thursday and Friday. When he didn't participate in practice on Thursday, and then today, I was like, yeah, he's not playing at all. They were like, he's on the side field. And honestly, when he was out really in the fourth quarter, I wasn't super optimistic. I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, but the fact that he re-aggravated the same hamstring, it may be a case where, I don't know. We'll see what happens next week or in the playoffs if he does play another snap. But what I would say to the people who are reacting to the Lattimore trade as a dud is that we still have him under contract for the 2025 season and also the 2026 season. Now, the only concerns that I will say is that 2023 he played in 10 games, and then 2022 he played in 7 games. Before that, 2021 he played 16, 2020 14, 2019 14 games, 2018 16 games, 2017 13 games. So he's been fairly healthy for the most part ever since really the 2022 season. That's when he's missed, 6 or 7 games. The 2022 season he missed 9 games, and then 2023 he missed 7 games. This year he's missed about five games so far. Like I said yesterday, we traded for him after the Giants game. So once we beat the Giants, that was the trade deadline. He missed the Giants. He missed the Steelers game. He missed the Eagles game on Thursday night. The Cowboys game at home that we lost. The Titans game that we won. And then he came back for the Saints game after the bye. So he hasn't played a game really. The trade deadline was November 5th, and he didn't play his first game until December 15th. So that was a whole month and a week and a half. So a month and a week and a half, and that was his first game. And then the second game he gets injured against the Eagles. So like I said, I still wouldn't overreact. I mean, it's not looking great, but you still have next year in 2026. Those 2 seasons really, even though we desperately need him now. And Dan Quinn said that, yes, Ben St. Juste would get snaps, which is clearly, we just don't have anybody else to really put out there. Michael Davis will be getting snaps. We just don't have a lot of guys on the roster. We just don't have a lot of depth at the cornerback position. I know on the practice squad we have Bobby Price, we have Kayvon Seymour, but you can only really expect so much out of those guys. So with Ben St. Juste out there, man, just, keep your hands to yourself. I don't want to see any face masks off a guy breaking on doing a release, and 1 second in, you're grabbing Drake London's face mask because you think you're going to get beat just 2 seconds after the snap. Same thing that he did against what game did he come in and get a flag? Oh, the Saints game. And getting a PI on a third string receiver like Jalen Brooks against the Cowboys. Darnell Mooney's a tough cover. Drake London's a tough cover. He did a decent job against Drake London a little bit last year. Drake London still got a couple, 60 yards on Ben St. Juste last year. But Ben St. Juste did get an interception, but it doesn't matter because it was Desmond Ridder. But Ben St. Juste is going to have to play a lot. We just don't have a choice. Mikey's going to play a lot as always, and then Noah. But we're basically back to square one where we were when the season started, minus Emmanuel Forbes. And then, like I said, Michael Davis is going to have to play too and get a good amount of snaps. So Marshon Lattimore's out, guys. I was looking at the comments from my previous video when I did talk about the injury update. Somebody said Lattimore broke up multiple passes while receivers were going to the ground. He did a decent job on A.J. Brown. A lot of I think 2 out of the 3 pass interference calls on Marshon Lattimore were very debatable, questionable calls, especially the one where A.J. Brown was just grabbing his collar. For sure, I thought that should have been a pass interference on A.J. Brown as well. Should have been penalties offset, for sure. And then Lattimore made a big play in the fourth quarter where he took the ball out of A.J. Brown's hands and knocked it out. And then Ben St. Juste did miss that tackle. But Ben St. Juste made it up later in the game and did make a big tackle. So it's going to be tough, man. I know Penix is a rookie quarterback, but he's going to make some big plays. And he's going to go after Ben St. Juste. I mean, clearly they know on film that he's a weak link on the defense. And they're going to target him and go after him again and again with Drake London and Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod. They're going to target Ben St. Juste for sure. And then somebody else commented on my last video. They said, I think they should let Lattimore rest. Hamstring is one of the worst muscle injuries. Let him rest this week. If we beat Atlanta, then don't play him against the In case we lose against Atlanta, then he should be okay against Dallas. #HTTR. That's from Masu4100. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Lattimore, but we just got to worry about the guys that are going to be available, like Ben St. Juice and Noah I and Mikey Samuelson's got to hold it down. We just got to get a pass rush on Penix, man. We gotta blitz him, send pressure. Frankie Louva's got to get after him. Bobby Wagner, Jonathan Allen should be back. He sounded very optimistic yesterday. Dan Quinn sounded optimistic today in his press conference. John Allen he was a full participant in practice today. He was a full participant in practice all week. So that's really good signs. And also Dan Quinn said that Jonathan Allen was hitting all the markers and all that stuff like that. So that's really good news to hear about that for sure. Yeah, this is from Ben Standing. Dan Quinn is optimistic about Jonathan Allen being activated for Sunday. He said Jonathan Allen had a very good week of practice. Dan Quinn, Peters, and others will meet later today to discuss these various injury statuses. The fact that they didn't say that he was out is good news. I think Jonathan Allen will be available Sunday night against the Falcons for sure. And then, if Lattimore is out, Dan Quinn said he expects Ben St. Juice and Mike Davis to work in at his spot. So it's going to be tough. It's going to have to be Jaden Houdini again. He's going to have to put points on the board, clearly. We're going to have to put at least 25 points on the board. I don't think we're going to have to put 30 on the board, but I think like 25, 28 should win, and that's basically near 30. But I think 25 should get it done. I think 24, 25 points should get this done on Sunday against Michael Penix and company. For sure. But the other notable guys that are out, like I said, Dyami Brown. That's why they brought in the receiver Chris Moore, the deep threat, the practice squad guy. KJ Osborne, hopefully he plays. I know somebody asked about KJ Osborne in one of my previous videos as well. So hopefully he suits up and plays, because we need a deep threat. We need somebody who can help Terry out and help Terry out and just give our receiving core a pulse other than Terry McLaurin. So KJ Osborne, they brought him in for a reason. He was waived. He had a couple good years with the Vikings, so we need him to step up and play. And there's been 2 games that he's missed, and Chris Moore was out there running routes and practices. So if Chris Moore plays before KJ Osborne, to me that is disappointing. But next man up, and let's see who can come out and play. So Dyami Brown, hopefully he's back, but for the Cowboys game, because we could use him. He had a good catch on Darius Slay. He cooked Darius Slay on that play. So we need a deep threat receiver. We just need somebody who can run in a straight line, run down the field, and just be a physical deep threat and force a pass interference. And that's what Dyami does from time to time. So we definitely will. We need somebody to step in and do that. Who else? Andrew Wylie is out, so that does hurt. Cornelius Lucas should be starting at right tackle. Brandon Coleman at left tackle. But Cornelius Lucas has done a good job so far this season. Tyler Owens is going to be out. Jordan McGee is going to be out. So those are the guys that are going to be out. Other than that, Marcus Mariota is questionable with personal reasons. Jonathan Allen, questionable, but he should be available to play. Terry McLaurin with the ankle is definitely going to play. He should have a good game. I think Terry's going to have a really good game. He always cooks the Falcons for sure. Last time he played the Falcons, I believe, was when Heineke threw the yellow ball up there. No. Last time we played the Falcons was when we beat them 2019 when Deron Payne put the left hand up. I think we beat them 20-19 and Mariota was the quarterback. So that was the last time we played the Falcons. And that was a big B-Rob game. We need B-Rob to step up for sure. So, that is the that is the updates. Marshon Lattimore out. And like I said, hopefully he can be back for the Cowboys. But I would not be surprised if he does not play against the Cowboys either, because the hamstring injuries are just very, very, they're very tricky, guys. They're very tricky. So I don't think we traded for damaged goods or anything like that. I don't think we should overreact. But yes, it's not great. It's not great at all. So Javader999 on my last video, he said, not mad about Marshon at all. Slim held it down for real versus AJ Brown. I kind of figured he wasn't at full 100%, but he gave him some go. And then Daryl Gillis says Lattimore is always hurt. That's been the story the last few years, but when he's on the field, he plays good ball. We're really going to need him for that playoff game. #HTTC JD5. So, all right, so that's about it for the injury reports. So you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, I will be at the game on Sunday night, so it should be a lot of fun. They're going to have a light show and stuff like that. This is our first light show. I know the Ravens do that all the time. They do like light shows and cut off the lights, and college teams do that too. So it's going to be fun to do that. They said get there at 7:45 for the light show, so I definitely will be there. I was gonna say bright and early, but it's gonna be dark because obviously it's gonna be night, and it's gonna be 60 degrees too. Hopefully it doesn't rain during the game, but 60 degrees in December is just insane. That's Maryland weather for you for sure. It's Maryland weather. All right, guys. Hello, Commanders. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. If I don't make this preview video, and happy holidays as always. Peace.